all these causes, for instance, food going bad quickly, it could be a cause. There could be other external causes to explain them.
Concerning
right?
food, I believe the high chance is that it will be caused by temperature and humidity. Temperature and humidity plays an important role in turning, make things in the atmosphere, in the environment, turn quick. See, food is a typical example of what it can happen. See.
Okay.
Because certain food, in terms of temperature and humidity change, the taste will change, obviously.
Okay. And likewise, the winter melon test?
Yes, it could
Depending
be the case.
on where you put the winter melon, it could...
It could be the winter melon itself. You will never know what happened to the internal side of the winter melon when you got it. Okay. So, why not you put 2 instead?
Okay, fair enough. What about cold spots then? I mean, among paranormal investigators such as yourself, cold spots seem to be an indication or one of the ways to indicate whether a house is haunted, right?
For cold spot, we would not recommend instant answering to the what happened in the environment. What we usually did is that in the past is that we will put instruments like humidity and temperature data loggers, thermohydrograph recorders to record the environment over a certain period of time, and then we will base on the recording to do analyzing from there.
Okay. So what you're saying is that the temperature can vary naturally by itself without a paranormal presence causing it.
Especially on the dry day and the raining day, you make the difference.
So, what would you say are more sort of stronger indications that a house could be haunted? What would you suggest that a person look out for if he or she thinks or suspects that her or his house is haunted?
Perhaps this one you have to look at how we define paranormals or supernatural. Now, what we believe in paranormal or supernatural are something that you cannot be satisfactorily explained by science as of now. So, meaning that in order to determine certain things is not is paranormal or supernatural, you have to exhaust all explanations after a certain period of time. If this occurrence is repeat, and it's not a single occurrence, and you can't find any explanation, then we will classify it as a paranormal case.
Okay. Yeah. And say you've determined that a house is haunted, what should a person do in order to get rid of these hauntings?
In fact, initially I would like to touch on that before you determine whether a house is haunted, the best you can get, like for example, a building maintenance, perhaps engineers or architect, all these to determine whether your place is safe or not. Because we come across, so-called haunted lodging cases. Most of them purely like architectural so-called issues, challenge, and some is even health. In fact, one of them is like just now about strange sounds. We have come across this case whereby one of them, complaining during certain night time, they can hear sometimes knocking on the door for quite a period of time. So later on, we advise them to, why don't you visit a doctor first? Just make sure you are not affected by your own issues. And guess what? The doctors, in fact, he was tell you, the good news is you came to me before your condition get worsened. The knocking sound in your ears is an indication that you are suffering from hypertension. And if this condition persists, you may suffer from a stroke or heart attack, or even worse. So the best is go through, get some rational explanations before you jump to conclusions. And if, let's say, if you really come across, really the house is haunted. So far, we don't have any come across actual instances whereby the tenants, the owners, are directly affected by the hauntings. In a way that they are harmed by the so-called the entities. So I think it's the natural causes you should be worried about.
Okay.
Not them.
All right, it's always good to have these guys on hand to debunk some of the myths. Next up, we speak to a night security guard who had some very unpleasant experiences at this condominium.